May 21st, 2010, from the stylish high-tech underground studios of Ribbit Media in still not especially spring-like Warwick, Rhode Island, this is NewsUndies. May 21st, 2010, this is NewsUndies, all the news that shouldn't be news. I'm Paul Torville with these headlines. 10-year cell phone brain cancer study reveals nothing conclusive. Tobacco industry chuckles from the shadows. BP spill now bigger and more costly than wind farm needed to generate equivalent energy. Leak continues more or less unabated. Fox News declares World Trade Center site sacred, then expresses outrage over planned nearby mosque. Kaboom in Kabul. Yet another pointless bombing, 18 more pointless deaths. UN explains overfishing could solve itself by 2050. Rachel Uchitel? Hey gang, it's time for celebrity birthdays once again. I got my cake hat on, let's rock! For Saturday the 15th, Wavy Gravy and Chaz Palminteri. For Sunday the 16th, Pierce Brosnan and Deborah Winger. For Monday the 17th, Dennis Hopper and Bill Bruford. For Tuesday the 18th, Don Martin, dead, and Reggie Jackson. For Wednesday the 19th, Malcolm X, dead, and Dusty Hill. For Thursday the 20th, Cher and Joe Cocker. For Friday the 21st, Lawrence Turode, whom you may know as Mizza T, and Judge Reinhold. That's celebrity birthdays. I'm Paul Torville, and I'm done! We'll have stories in detail right after this.
Really brings out the tricks. I like the floor.
On Monday, President Obama signed the Freedom of Press Act. Of course, given the way bills have been named over the last couple of decades, it's entirely probable there's some buried provision in the bill that abolishes press freedom. Wait, I've got a copy of the bill right here. Oh, let's see. Purpose, highlight, promote, draw attention to, offer protection, emphasize the significance, annual report, grant program, $2 million for each fiscal year from 2010 to 2014. Yeah, the bill does essentially nothing good. The Pope's recent visit to Fatima, Portugal, gave him an opportunity to say many absurd things. The timing of his visit coincided with the date of an alleged apparition of the alleged Virgin Mary to 3 children in the town in 1917, and the near-fatal shooting of his predecessor in St. Peter's Square. The Pope wasted no time in getting to likening the shooting of Pope John Paul II to the negative press and lawsuits the Church has been receiving since the priests raping children scandal really broke. He also took the opportunity to call abortion and same-sex marriage among the most insidious and dangerous threats facing the world today. Sure, the Pope apparently missed out on religious fanaticism, global climate change, slash-and-burn deforestation, unchecked population growth, and that giant freaking oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. The Pope is insane. Miss America 2010, Rima Fakih. Rock stalwart Ronnie James Dio, widely regarded as being among the nicest people in the business and one of the most powerful vocalists in it, died of stomach cancer on Sunday. He was 67. Dio is strongly remembered for his association with Rainbow and his own band Dio, but probably best remembered as Ozzy Osbourne's replacement in Black Sabbath. Sabbath, among other things, is noted for having a total of 21 musicians move through 3 of its 4 positions over the course of the band's 38-year history. I'm sure I'd be more upset about it if I wasn't under such heavy sedation. Fox News has an interesting link on its homepage header. It's the first item in the list of full coverage. Care to guess what it is? Texas Textbook Wars. The placement of the link in Fox News' homepage suggests Fox News has a horse in this race. Here are Pig and Sheep with their thoughts.
As we all know, Fox News is fair and balanced, and Texas is where everyone goes for reasoned discussion and impartial, unbiased accounts of events. The Texas Board of Education isn't revising history, it's restoring history. Don't forget, Ronald Reagan was the greatest president who ever lived, and Texas is the greatest state in the greatest Christian country ever. Amen! Yee-haw!
Yeah, well, the United States is by most accounts a pretty groovy country. But it seems to me that a more objective and certainly less politically charged and propagandized viewpoint should be the official position of any public education system. Because of Texas's influence on the content of school books across the country, this is not just a matter for Texas and Texans.
Well, that's what Pig and Sheep think. What are your thoughts? Email them to ovcomments@newsundies.com. And now, here's Moose Weintraub with a Sports Half Minute.
Moose Weintraub Sports Half Minute. It's a whole half minute of sports. 30 seconds of sports. Moose Weintraub Sports Half Minute.
Here's your Sports Half Minute. I'm Moose Weintraub. The World Flying Disc Federation has scheduled its World Ultimate Championships.
Thanks, Moose. Always a great report from Moose. Back in 2001, Sony introduced the eVilla to dominate the already dead internet appliance market. What's that? You've never heard of the eVilla? Not at all surprising. The eVilla episode is looked back on in Sony history with the same fond wistfulness as the Watergate scandal or the Vietnam War is in U.S. history. The eVilla combined many of the things people didn't like about computers in one large, cumbersome, heavy, expensive, incompatible, slow package. Having learned the correct lessons from the eVilla debacle, Sony has now introduced the Sony Dash. Yes, the Sony Dash. It's billed as a personal internet viewer. At just under $200, it's nearly twice as expensive as the Chumby One, on which it's based. Even with that leg up, most reviews of the Dash don't make it out to be functionally much better than the Chumby, and certainly no better than the iPad. Engadget called it the world's most complicated alarm clock, laggy, and annoying. Way to go, Sony! We'll have your exclusive past-cast weather and the final news roundup right after this.
You'll notice that when you watch NewsUndies, I'm always wearing a shirt from the Ursus Pacificus Kitsch Cave. Well, now you can too. You can help support NewsUndies by going to the Ursus Pacificus Kitsch Cave and getting some kitsch.
And now, here's your exclusive past-cast weather for the week ending Friday, May 21st, 2010.
In the southeast, there was warmth and sunshine. Florida saw thunderstorms followed by sun and seasonable temps. In the lower lakes, there were thunderstorms with thunderstorms followed by thunderstorms.
And that's your exclusive past-cast weather. Elena Kagan. Finally, and I do mean finally, we all saw this coming, didn't we? The giant oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico may reach the Florida Keys by Sunday and be caught in the Gulf Stream and be working its way up the east coast of the United States next week. This catastrophe has been going on for weeks, causing phenomenal damage to both economies and ecologies on a scale at least as bad as the 3 Mile Island accident and possibly as bad as the Chernobyl explosion. While those two accidents essentially shut down the development of commercial nuclear power in the United States for decades, giant oil spills like the one currently going on in the Gulf of Mexico have done nothing to impact the long-term demand for petroleum products in the United States. Could this finally do it? Let's hope. Well, that's all for this edition of NewsUndies. Remember, NewsUndies normally is a weekly show, but we'll be off next week. and return on Friday, June 4th with fresh undies. If you see news that shouldn't be news, email your story tips to undies@newsundies.com. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Paul Torville. After that, I might be doing the backstroke in crude oil. Not really. No. No, really. I won't. I might be kayaking, though. Who knows?